I give absolutely zero fucks about what you think. To all my enemies out there, well, I am public enemy number one. There are no fucks left to give. I'm not looking to go to your cocktail parties. I don't want to be your friend. I will not hesitate to shred you on Twitter. I have zero fear of you at all. The liberals, I mock you, and I am absolutely determined for the rest of however long I have left to destroy everything you're trying to do. Because you're trying to destroy this country. And braver men than me have fought for it. I'm not going to let it happen. You'll never, ever, ever. There's nothing you can say to me. To the Secret Service management, to the FBI management. You come knocking on my door tomorrow, nothing's going to change. As long as I have this microphone, or someone I know has this microphone, or someone I know who knows someone who has this microphone, we are going to continue to do it. There's nothing you can do to stop me. And no, I am not suicidal at all, in any way.
Something very disturbing is happening right now, and Dan Bongino makes a huge announcement that we've all been waiting for because the country is headed in the very bad direction. The disturbing part about this is that the mainstream media is not talking about how conservatives and people on the right are being targeted for doxing. This is very crazy and disturbing. Maybe some of you guys know about it, but if you don't, you might want to take a listen to this because apparently people are being doxxed with pizza boxes and people are being doxxed with cops showing up and the FBI even showing up. SWAT has been showing up. People are being swatted and they don't even know. This is a dangerous situation because it's been like 35 to 40 conservatives that have been swatted around the same time. And how are they finding these addresses? How are they finding the information? Well, we already know that the Tesla doxers have people's IPs, have people's addresses, and they're putting it out to the internet. And people are calling the cops and they're calling SWAT, and they are basically saying that people are holding others hostage. So people don't even know that the police are showing up to their homes. I want to show you this one. But first, Dan Bongino says, very important, communication and transparency are my priorities. We work for you, the American citizen. Our teams are actively working on the Tesla incidents and the swatting incidents, along with our responsibilities to keep the homeland safe. Thank you. Let's go. Because I know that if the swatting and the Tesla dealership stuff would have been happening under Joe Biden or under Kamala at this point, I know for a fact that we would not be getting an announcement like this from the FBI. Right? Shout out to Kash Patel, Dan Bongino, and Attorney General Pam Bondi. We would not be getting these types of announcements where, hey, we see you and we know that what's happening to you is bad. So this is big because this is not a game. Owen Schroer, ladies and gentlemen, look how they're showing up to his house. This guy is literally in shorts, no shirt, being swatted. We got like these guys, like this man's life could have just been taken. You don't know what's going on. You open the door, bow. You know what I mean? Because you don't even know that you're getting swatted. And we got Juanita Broderick. This is another person that I follow. She got swatted as well. She's this is her right here. And as you can see, look how they're showing up to her home. Look at this. The swatting is absolutely crazy. And this is just part one. Let me show you more. Here we go.
More on a story we've been following on this show, swatting against conservatives. We told you yesterday about Texas radio host Joe Pags being swatted.
911 confirmed that the county sheriff is there. We got a 911 call, hostage situation. Dogs have been shot. They're hiding from the bad guy. And the person on the line, I've now heard the scanner traffic since, said they were me. But, well, here's a caveat. They said they were me, but didn't say my full name. They said Joe Pags. They didn't say Pagliarulo. As a homeowner, I would use my full name. They also described the house the wrong way. And they were so urgent in getting the police to break down my door and possibly kill me in my doorway. They told them, I heard this on the scanner traffic, that he's bleeding out upstairs. Please hurry and get inside. Now, none of that was going on.
And Joe Pags isn't the only one. Social media influencer Gunther Eagleman posted, "The gloves are off. First off, my family is safe. My house was just swatted. Some ignorant bleep called in a fake hostage situation. Conservative podcaster Nick Sorter also posted, both my dad and my sister were swatted tonight, a dozen cops attempting to kick my dad's door in at gunpoint. And then most recently, Juanita Broderick posted, well, I just got swatted. About 10 police and SWAT teams showed up. They said the caller said there were 2 masked men and people inside that had been shot. It's insane. What's going on? Buck Sexton, co-host of the Clay Travis and Buck Sexton Show, joins me now. Buck, and that's just the start. Something like a baker's dozen worth of conservatives over the past week have claimed to be swatted, including Cat Turd, an InfoWars reporter as well, Sean Farash, many, many more saying just in the past week or so, they've been swatted.
I know some of these individuals, Will, they're friends of mine, and it's very troubling to see just how deranged the left is in this moment. Although I have to say it's not really a surprise. I mean, this has been around for quite some time, where anybody who speaks out against the hard left of the Democrat Party or opposes whatever delusions they choose to live in the moment can be subject to this kind of criminal activity and possibly lethal activity. I mean, it's very important people understand in a situation where, and I think Joe Pags articulated this very well, a situation where you have like an ESU, you'd call it in New York, Emergency Services, SWAT's what people call it. Obviously, it's why we're talking about swatting incidents. And they're arriving thinking that they might be met with gunfire, thinking that somebody could be bleeding out in the situation. Tensions are already going to be very high. They're moving very quickly. This is not going to be a gentle knock at the door and, hey, we're doing a wellness check. There might be men with guns pounding on the door or even kicking that door down, thinking that they'll save lives in the process. So, you know, there is no specific federal law, at least not to my knowledge. I've spoken to some members of Congress about this, that addresses swatting. I think there should be. Clearly, the federal time with communications involved is easy. Different states have been considering ways to do this, but things like false report, that doesn't even begin to cover this. So I think as a tactic, this needs to be made explicitly illegal via federal law, and there need to be very harsh penalties because this crap needs to stop.
Well, yeah, it's unbelievable watching all these people and these stories and how they're, you know, their families, they're just there with their families. And the next thing you know, you got cops showing up with guns, SWAT showing up. So again, we have now FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino, which is just wild. I'm a huge fan of the guy's show. I mean, we've covered him on the show consistently. Now he works for the United States of America, which is just obviously, I'm very happy about that. So yeah, he announced that the Bureau teams are investigating attacks on Tesla and false SWAT calls on conservatives. Federal law enforcement finally serves the people again. And the reason why, look, you could be on the left, you could be on the right. If this was happening to the left, I would feel the same way, but it's not. What I've noticed is a trend here. We've been noticing a trend for a long time, but ever since I got into politics, I've been noticing a trend of, the left is very unstable. Very unstable. And they've been very violent. Like, you don't believe me? Okay, I'll show you a clip here because I was disturbed when I saw this clip, but hey, man, there's nothing to be disturbed by anymore. You just got to know it. This is the Daily Show, right? We saw Jimmy Kimmel do this as well with his crowd. This is the Daily Show. I want you to take a listen.
Jim, they're taking to the streets or the parking lots.
Tonight, the FBI and ATF now investigating multiple cases of possible arson targeting Teslas and Cybertrucks.
They're cheering this. They're cheering what's happening. Again, I told you about the Tesla stock, Tesla's innovation. Millions of people still are invested in Tesla stock. Americans still driving these cars. America made an investment in Tesla. And now you got these dweeps and morons cheering this stuff on. Can't agree with it. I can't do it.
This dramatic video shows multiple cars in flames. Police say the attacker used Molotov cocktails. It's the latest in more than a dozen instances.
Cheering this on. Cheering this on is just absolutely crazy. Here we go.
Tesla dealership in Oregon. Cybertrucks on fire in Seattle.
Wow, you guys like petty acts of domestic terrorism, huh?
Yeah, not a good look for your show, buddy. Again, what side of history are we going to be on? Right? I get it. A lot of people on the left, first of all, I read a statistic like white suburban women who have a college degree like are the people who hate Trump the most. And when I hear the cheering, I just hear nothing but women. So that's the first thing that came to my mind. What's going on over there? We got to figure that out. But mostly, mostly, we claim to fight for the little man. We claim in America that we are here for the everyday American. But that's not what the left is about anymore. At least the party and the people that are supporting this, we just don't see eye to eye. A lot of the issues that they really, really care about are issues that are 80-20. So they've become very passionate, and they've become the minority that is literally in these issues. They become the minority. 20% is very loud in America right now. But at some point, that 80% will rise and will become stronger. I believe it's becoming stronger, in my opinion. I understand the left. You know, I understand it. What I don't understand is individuals that think that their whole life meaning has become taking Trump down. You're no longer fighting for America. You're fighting for your feelings. You're fighting for yourselves. You need a wake-up call immediately. So we'll see. Dan Bongino, let's get to it. Very big announcement. They're going after these guys. And what we find, are these people being paid? Are they connected? That's what we're going to find. Who is behind all of this?